welcome to episode 31 of the All Around Podcast. Today is Tuesday. I was mindful of it that time.
You caught yourself.
Today is Tuesday, November 28th, 2017, and you might notice something's a little different on the screen because we spent a little money and upgraded to a little better mic, so I hope you can hear us clearer. It sounded clear to us when we did the test. But
we're slowly working on upgrading. We're really, I mean, our whole goal is we're hoping to get a new camera before Christmas. Hopefully, if not, we'll go into the new year with better equipment. But yeah, we're always trying. We got some Black Friday deals.
Yep.
Got some nice stuff, so we're trying that. We know the video quality's still in between, but yeah, we're working on it.
Yep. But it takes up a little bit of space, but you know,
yeah,
it's fine. It can cover my entire hand.
Yeah. It's a good divider for both of us.
It's like this is my side.
Yep.
This is Nick's
now
side.
We're actually sanctioned by sides.
It's like I'm invading your personal space now.
Well, it's just I still find that funny of just like it just looks still like my hands like going into nothing. If you keep it straight,
you did that pretty well.
Yeah, right. If you just slowly. And then encroach. Wow, I'm doing that really well. Holy shit. Oh, damn that. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
So anyway. This is not a podcast about microphones and video effects that we can do.
But anyway, so we have, yet again, we're in that, I mean, we're going to be, let's be honest, we're going to be in that period this month and next month. Well, it's really funny because, like, I wouldn't even consider it slow. It's just different. It's not... The whole thing is it's not really any
Everything's out.
Exactly. There's a couple stragglers coming out, but didn't come out this week, so we're not talking about that. We'll bring that up at the end of
nothing came out this week, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally nothing came out. So, yeah.
But, so we'll go over a couple things. We're just going to go bullet point. There's nothing really huge to talk about.
It's all random. Nothing links with one another. But definitely we're all bringing up stuff where at least me and Jeremy can riff on it for fun.
Yeah, and it's stuff that you should probably know if you're into it.
Exactly.
So the first thing we'll talk about is Pokemon. There were two different Pokemon things that happened. One, the first global mission in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon happened, and it was a complete failure. We didn't reach the goal at all.
We barely hit half.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
The goal was the goal was 10 million Pokemon captures in total worldwide. We barely, on the last day, just reached the 5 million mark.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was really bad. Now, as a counterpoint, not for the other one, but as a counterpoint, Sun and Moon did the same thing and did fail as well. Yeah. Their first time that they did. But
now the other thing too is Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon sold a lot less than Sun and Moon.
Exactly. Well, and that's what I was going to say too. Whereas Sun and Moon failed, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon failed way worse. Yeah. Like I think they still had the same goal of 10 million, but I think Sun and Moon for the first one, if I'm not mistaken, hit anywhere from like 8 to 9 million. But, like, was super close. Just didn't hit it. But, yeah, the other one bombed completely.
On the other hand, Pokemon Go also had the same kind of thing. And they were giving people rewards. And where Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon could barely hit 5 million, Pokemon Go reached 3 billion Pokemon caught in, like, 72 hours.
Yeah.
And
very quickly.
Yeah, it was, like, fucking insane. It made it so Ho-Oh was in gyms. You could do raids for Ho-Oh. And then Farfetch'd was available. And then it was, like, double Stardust and...
For the States.
For the States, yeah. And then Kangaskhan was put in, like, South Asia.
Yes.
Or something like that.
It was all the region-only mons were all, like, cycled.
Yeah, well, Farfetch'd was just everywhere.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was just in the US.
Farfetch'd was everywhere. The other ones got rotated.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. And that's that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's still a shame. Like, I wish Ultra Sun and Moon did more, but it's just still
it's just because we're gearing up for Pokemon on the Switch.
Yeah, that's really all it is.
So.
And that's the thing, like, I would have loved to sit down and do a full review thing on it, but it's really not that much different. So it's just kind of still in between.
Still just a thing.
Yeah. It's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah, the whole thing is, just waiting for the full Switch announcement. The full Pokemon game. I think that's going to blow doors open.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on. Next thing on our list has to do with what we talked about last episode a lot, which is EA.
Yep.
So because of everything that happened with EA, their stocks fell by like $3 billion worth.
Specifically with the whole...
microtransaction Star Wars
with
stuff.
Battlefront, exactly.
Battlefront.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's now a petition going around for Lucasfilm to revoke EA's license, so that's a thing. And the state of Hawaii is looking into EA for predatory practices and behavior in ways that they're not going after gambling, but they're going after people spending money and going into gambling in a different sense than the rest of the world looking at it. So that's now another thing EA could possibly be taken to court for later. So just, one more thing on their plate.
But this type of thing too, I felt like it was only a matter of time before they didn't hit gambling in general, but just for the fact of how much money is getting funneled into these games and how much it's a $60 price point for a game, but by the time you're done fully playing the game, you put $250 into it, which is way beyond what you naturally think of for how much you would spend on a game. And that's even after a collector's edition or something.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, look how much money we put into Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So, yes, that's the thing. That's kind of it. We don't really have much else to say about that.
EA super fucked up. I mean, that's not really anything new. We talked about that last time.
Hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes before Anthem comes out, and we'll see something that's really good.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. I mean, the other thing is, too...
hopefully Titanfall 3 doesn't have the same problems now that they own Respawn.
Well, see, I'm not too worried about that one, only because I'm already used to Titanfall having a million add-on DLCs.
Well, yeah.
So that's why I'm not that nervous about that one in particular.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So that's why I'm not worried about that one. And then also, too, we'll let you guys know, because as of this date, EA still hasn't kicked up the purchase system.
Right, it's still down.
We're still waiting to figure out what their new implemented system is.
And it might be a while. They told us that they have to think about it. So.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They don't want to kick it back up while it's still... Because, in my opinion, I think that what they're going to do is they're definitely going to wait until this dies down, which is never really going to die down until they just put it back up. But they're going to wait as long as possible to get the, murmur on it simmered. And then, then strike while the iron's hot. Hopefully have it be good, and then have it be... the best way I could describe it, from a completely defeated game to somewhat of a playable resurgence, if they're lucky enough, would be like No Man's Sky.
Right.
No Man's Sky was garbage week one. I got personally, I got burned by it. Thought the game was complete shit. And then a year later, they end up patching almost everything you wanted, added 15 more things on top of it.
And now it's finally a game that people enjoy.
Exactly. And then the thing is too, though, the price is half? Yeah. At this, you can get it for $20 in most areas. So yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Battlefront in the future.
Yeah.
But, so that's kind of that.
Yeah.
Now we talk about Destiny, and and Bungie's slight mistake that they made.
God. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Basically, the higher level you are, or the more bright engrams that you've gotten, the XP will scale to make it take longer for you to get, just like it would for a Pokemon in a game. It takes so much more XP to level that Pokemon up. Well, now you're getting less rewards for doing more work.
So pretty much, just to kind of give a little bit of a backstory here for what was happening. So with Curse of Osiris, which is the first expansion for Destiny 2.
It comes out on December 5th.
Exactly. So it's coming out very soon. It's coming out in a week.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's coming out a week. Exactly.
Yeah, it's 1 week from today.
That's what I'm saying. So it's coming out a week from now. Yeah, right?
No.
So it's doing that. So
it's too close to Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. So on top of that, so to prep for that, Bungie decided to drop an update before their leveling update, because they are doing that as well. Well, there's so much controversy now. I guarantee they're going to do the leveling update the same day as Curse of Osiris. I don't.
Absolutely.
But originally the plan was to do pre-patch 4 to prep for leveling, put up the leveling a week before Curse of Osiris, and then put out Curse of Osiris. So they put out this update about 4 days ago. It's been a little bit of time, but not much. And players started to notice something. So before, in me and Jeremy's heyday of Destiny 2, which,
as if it was 10 years ago.
Exactly. But when we were diehard playing, once you hit level cap of 20, I don't know the exact number, so I'm just going to throw a dummy number here, but just for a point of reference here. So I think roughly it was about 22,000 experience. You needed that much.
Sounds about right.
To then get from level 20 to 21, but wouldn't actually go up the level. You would just get a
bright engram.
Bright engram. I almost said platinum. I was like, that's not it. A bright engram for it. Once this update came out, players were noticing that they were putting a lot more time into the game, but not getting as many engrams as what they were used to. Like, the game has been out long enough now, and people are so used to the Destiny farming that diehard players would go, oh, I know I can do 5 daily quests, jump on this planet, and do this mission, and I would get guaranteed 2 bright engrams.
Right.
And they noticed that it was a huge gap now between where they would get to, and now they're barely getting 1. They're like, what's happening? So essentially what went down is, since this patch update, whatever marginal level you are, so obviously everyone who's already at 20, that's fine, but it recalculated what level you would have been at. So say, we've leveled up, 16 times past them, so we're technically level like 36.
Right.
It puts your experience bar that much higher and adds,
right.
I don't know the exact percentage, but more of the story, it keeps adding about like 4% to 10% more experience that you need every level that you keep gaining from.
Hypothetical level.
Exactly. So it's really pissing people off because bright engrams are a purchasable loot box, kind of,
right.
And players are getting really mad because this is faulting players in a sense. The more time players put in, the harder it is to obtain these, whereas opposed to week 1, people are getting like 15 right out the gate. So,
right.
So yeah, I mean, diehard players, and at this point, at this point in the game, you're only getting dedicated people.
Yeah.
It's not like at this point they're trying to bring in new people into the
right.
fold. So, it's
they will with the expansion.
Oh, totally. But right now,
yeah,
though, right now, you're only getting diehard people, and they're getting really pissed. So, the second the community started to realize this, they started to post an outrage for it, and everybody started to revolt against Bungie for it.
Yep.
And Bungie, yet again, pulled kind of an EA here and did something kind of stupid, where they pretty much flat out said, like, well, we've ran the numbers, and we've looked at the calculations, and everything's going the way it should. And then, I think literally less than 24 hours after that happened, they revoked the patch update, and then said, we are currently working on everything. Everything should essentially get updated by Curse of Osiris, and you should not have this much of a problem by then.
Right.
It is blowing my mind. I don't know if it's just this year. I've never seen companies be so shady about obvious shit that gamers are blatantly realizing.
Now, the other thing, though, too, to counteract that, I've never seen a year where we've had such fast response time by said developers either.
But I also think that's because of how big the outrage is getting,
yes.
too. I think we're kind of at that, like, you know...
the other thing with Bungie, too, is Activision's the publisher, so Activision's running the microtransactions, but at the same time, Activision doesn't have too much to do with the leveling system.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, well, who does this come back on?
Yeah,
does this come back on Bungie, or does this come back on Activision? Because it's technically has to do with loot systems, but not really.
Yeah.
Because it's not. So it's one of those weird things.
My thought is, and this is pure personal opinion at this point. Like I was saying, fact before, but this is just personal. I think it's more on Activision, and that's purely because I think Activision...
Because Activision has to put their hands in everything.
Exactly. I think that's exactly what they did. And they said, oh, by the way, like, you have your leveling system, and that's cool. But now, because of how much more people are going to gain... Because that's the other thing, too. People are going to gain a fuck ton of levels Curse of Osiris, because it's going to be a huge level increase.
Right.
So because of that, I guarantee they were like, listen, we're going to boost the level, and we're going to boost the light, so here's what you're going to do now. You're now going to make the experience further. We don't care how, but it has to be a significant jump, so more people buy engrams. Like, that's why. But I just find it really funny at this point, because, like, I just don't know... Like, don't get me wrong.
Reverse real quick, though, too. They also did that when they made shaders consumables.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Exactly. So this isn't the first time we've seen Destiny 2 and been like, But I will say this, though, like, and I don't know, I just find this very funny. Because, like, don't get me wrong, this is a big debate, yet again, of a company. And I think the thing is, I'm going to laugh at a little issue of it in a sec, but, like, the bigger issue is a company's being deceitful.
Yes.
With their game. It's been out for a while. You have a dedicated fan base. Why are you fucking them over?
Right.
That's
why do this now?
I just find it really silly, though.
And why do this now, right after everything just went down with Battlefront?
Exactly.
Like, why do that now?
Oh, well, my thing is, I think Battlefront got so much flack, they go, oh, okay, we can, like, do this, then people aren't even going to notice. Yeah. When it's like, no, you have diehard fuck. Because Destiny, with RPGs, you have diehard people who memorize stats and memorize numbers, and I don't know how you think you're going to fucking flip it past them when they do 15 quests with the experience gain or whatever, they already have the number breakdown. Like, they have the number breakdown of what weapon damage does against other weapons in armor class. Yeah. How the fuck do you think they're not going to pick up, like, default experience? Like, I find that hilarious. But, and that's not every player, but the dedicated people are still playing it now.
Yeah, people that have put, like, already, like, 1,000 hours into it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And the one thing, though, I find really funny about this whole thing, though, is, like, yet again, this comes down to bright engrams, which, like, aren't... Now, this is one example of a game, though, where bright engrams do not increase your weapon output. They don't give you any type of perk in-game. It's purely cosmetic stuff. And I just find it really funny with this one in particular, because, like, people should be pissed, absolutely, because time is money, and especially, too, money's money, more importantly, so it's like, why dish out money when they could put in the time? And especially change it without telling people. Right. Which is fucked up. But I just find it really funny it's over bright engrams. Because I don't find them that,
but, like, amazing. However, at the same time, though, if this happened to the loot boxes in Overwatch, it'd be the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the thing, I feel like, see, and this is just my opinion, I feel like loot box and Overwatch are a bigger deal than bright engrams in Destiny. Sure. Now, and I will say this, though, too, for Season 2 of Destiny 2, when they do their expansion, their whole big, massive update, they're going to add new items in, which are going to be new sparrows, emotes, all that stuff. Yep. So that, like, I think that's why a lot of people in hindsight now are getting pissed, because they don't want to put this much time into leveling and then go, what the fuck? I want to get all the new gear, but I don't want to spend 86 more hours doing the same shit I already have to do every day on my dailies. Right. So, who knows? But anyway. So, shady shit. Yeah. Stop doing shady shit, companies. It's very simple. Just... And, every company does shit. The worst part is, though, like, they were fine. They fucked it up in the middle. Like, Battlefront, like, at least I'll swing them a partial underdog because they fucked you right in the beginning. Yeah. Destiny's secretly doing it in the middle. Yeah. That's so fucked up. Like,
they're just like, hey, everybody's distracted. Let's throw in a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, God, that's so messed up. Pisses me off. Anyway.
So that happened. Mm-hmm. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming out really soon. That's a thing that's happening. It's coming to Xbox. But it's also being released on another system in China, which is something that nobody saw coming. God. PUBG is being released on mobile in China.
You brought this up to me. I still don't believe it.
Like, you can play it on your phone and tablet.
Do they have a date on it?
Nope, just next year sometime.
Oh, okay, so you're saying next year.
Yep. Oh, and apparently it's going to be different in China because this game somehow, I don't know, I didn't read the specifics. It somehow has different things that are offensive to Chinese culture.
Oh, got it.
So they have to change it.
Remove stuff or filter stuff. Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting too. But then I think it's also interesting that this game's going to run on mobile. Like, that shit's going to be laggy.
Laggy's an understatement. It's not even going to be, like, playable. How are you going to shoot? Are they going to do like how mods do with each corner be like analog stick? Yeah, probably. But aiming's going to be garbage. Do you know? I mean, like, most people are getting super amped for the update that Xbox will eventually put out with keyboard and mouse. Yeah. To have that be portable. The one thing I want to ask this is like totally offhand. Sorry, guys. I was trying to figure this out because I was talking to somebody. I was getting in an argument about this. I don't know if you can clarify this for me. Probably. So with that update that's coming out, is Xbox putting out an adapter piece, or is it just going to be something that's built in software wise, where it's like, oh, it's just the USB?
Keyboard and mouse?
Yeah.
No, it's Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because the controllers are now Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So the original Xbox Ones will not be compatible with keyboard and mice. It has to be an S or an X. Because the S and the X is the Bluetooth.
Got it. Yeah. But it has to. So it has to be though a Bluetooth keyboard.
Yes, Bluetooth keyboard and Bluetooth mouse.
So it can't be a wired.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying that's
the only. Yeah, that's the only third party would work. I don't think they're going to be able to do wired. I mean, I don't know. Like, they might partner with certain companies.
Or maybe do an adapter or something.
Or they might put out their own.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. That's why. I was thinking they put out one that's USB wired, or if you want to do a third party, get an adapter.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too, they could do like a USB dongle, but like I don't know. It just depends on how they're going to go. Yeah, but I know that one of the ideas that was brought up that I think Phil Spencer said when he was talking about the update was Bluetooth, because S and the X have Bluetooth.
Yes. Because
that's what the controllers run off of. So I'm assuming it would have to be a Bluetooth controller or a Bluetooth keyboard and a Bluetooth mouse, but I have no idea.
Yeah, because going back on that, because the reason why I brought that up was like, because so many people I know are really looking forward to doing that on Xbox because of how accurate people are on PUBG.
Right.
And like, you can't, don't get me wrong, skill eventually might be able to outweigh a common mouse player, but like mouse beats controller
every
90%
time,
of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because I mean it's so freaking.
It's so much more
accurate,
precise. You have so much more range. It's the always way I describe it is always like your thumb as opposed to your whole hand as a range of movement. Yeah. Like it's night and day.
It makes me wonder sometimes how like how I'd be with a mouse. Like I don't game at all on my computer, but like thinking about that, like with me playing guitar,
it'll blow your mind.
And having like that much control over my hand, like I wonder how I would be like.
It'll blow your mind because it's so much more accurate.
I can't get into PC gaming though. I'm not allowing myself to do that. I'm not building a PC.
No, that's
not
fine.
happening.
Because I'm just saying, because just always think of those moments ever, and how many times it happened, like any like an Overwatch, for example, or like any shooter that you've had, where you've been like, fuck, if only my shit, I can't think of the word at this moment. The sensitivity. If only my sensitivity was like 2 blips shorter, only in that moment. But you never need to worry about that if you had a mouse. You just whoop, and then it would cut for that. It's a lot better. It's a lot better overall.
Let's not try to convince me to go PC.
No, I don't need to convince
No, I know, but I'm like starting to convince myself, so let's not.
No.
Alright, so that's the thing. Yooka-Laylee finally has a release date on Switch, and it's a lot closer to now than I thought it was going to be. It's 2 weeks away. It's December 14th, so that's pretty cool. Probably not going to get it because I already played it, but it's neat. They did a cool little promo art for it where Yuka's sitting there playing the Switch. Kind of neat.
My thing is, I just hope that they fix a couple of the laggy spots in it and stuff. I'm hoping.
I think they've been putting enough time on the Switch where I think we'll get a patch that day too for the other consoles.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a thing. This is a thing that Nick's super hyped about.
So Star Ocean: Last Hope just got totally totally out of the blue for someone who keeps up to date on most RPGs. This one shocked the shit out of me. Just got put on as of today on Steam and on PS4.
Yep.
What's really cool too, if you pick it up within the first week, it's on sale. They're not stating how much the OG price is going to be, but right now you can pick it up for $20. And
it's probably going to be $40.
And if you have PlayStation Plus, you get a bundle deal where you get a bunch of avatars and a theme on top of the whole game itself for $18, which is really good. Like you really can't beat that. It sucks though because I'm really torn because I love the game, but I really don't ever think I'm going to play it again.
Why not?
It's because
it's just one of those games.
I 100% it on 360 when it first came out, and then they did the international edition 6 months later on PS3, and I never got a chance to play it, but they did introduce a couple more features. Nothing crazy. They didn't even add new characters, which I kind of got mad about. But it was just kind of like, oh, it's like a little bit different. The gameplay is a little bit smoother, and I was just kind of like, oh. And then now they have this one again, and I'm just like, shit. It's just one of those games where once I did 100% it. I was good. I might replay it, and like I said though, because if I'm ever gonna buy it, it'd be this week. But if I'm not gonna buy it this week, I'm never gonna buy it.
Right.
And then you have that debate of like, well, if I wouldn't buy it any other week, should I really buy it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like I'm buying it because it's a deal, or I'm buying it because I want it.
Exactly. Like that's where I'm still torn. Because I did love the game. I fucking adored the game, but yeah, still torn. And sounds awful. Because I'm super biased. If it was on Xbox One, I would have. If it was on Xbox One, I would have fucking bought it. But I'm not arguing why it's on Xbox One, because this is the International Edition HD, which was only with Sony.
Yes.
So that I understand. It's not like I'm trying to fight that great. I knew the day it got announced, I go, fuck, it's only going to be for PS4.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, though. Currently, I haven't been on my Xbox One, though, for like a week. I've been playing Dot Hack, because I'm trying to goddamn catch up on that. I'd love to do a review, people, at home, but, yeah, I still can't do one because I'm currently just about to beat part 1 of 4, so it's going to be a while. It's going to be a long fucking time. So, yeah.
Sorry, Q needs to play it, too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, yeah, because I'd love to talk about Q.
Yeah, I wonder if he even started it.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
If he didn't, he has a long fucking way. And that's coming from someone who still has a long way to go, trust me. I put 16 hours into it, and like I said, I'm just about to beat part 1.
Less than that.
No, that's what's cool. So that's what's minor thing. So that's what's really cool about the parts. I have no idea because part 4 is totally new.
Right.
So I don't even know if that's like a real full part of the game or if it's just a little bonus.
Or if it's like how 2.8 included.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I don't know. Or Aqua's whole chapter was like beatable in a day. Yeah. Like I don't know how much that really expands. But what's cool is like if you really took all 3 parts, it really is a full like 80+ hour game.
See, I was thinking each part was 80+ hours.
No, not at all. Right. You'd fucking die if that's... Well, and also too, I don't think you remember this, but the release dates were so close. It was every 6 months they dropped. Yeah. So even we got part 2 in the January of that year, and then part 3 in like November, October. Yeah. So it fucking blew people's mind. Like people were like, "Holy shit! I played 2 dot hacks this year," and oh my god, blew people's mind. Oh my god! I don't know why I did that.
I don't know. That was great though. All right, so you riffed on that. You want to riff on this?
Yeah, fine. We'll just go full Nick riff here. Yep. So, as everyone always knows, I always somehow.
Can we name that a segment? The Nick riff.
We'll come up with a better name.
Okay. All right. I like that though.
But so as everyone always knows, because I somehow secretly bring it up on every fucking podcast that we do, I play mobile games, and I've slowly been getting more and more addicted. But this time it's important. And if anybody...
That's what he says every time.
No, this is malarkey. Because you know that. Because sometimes I'll just be like, whatever, I'm doing this thing that's dumb acting more. So
yep.
This time it's actually important.
I spent like $1,000 on this game so I can get like Super Saiyan Go Vegeta or whatever.
First of all, it was Intelligence Gogeta. Rude. Rude. That's what currently went down. You were close.
I was close. Right. I was close.
Close.
So, I remember these things.
Yes, I would hope so. So anyway, so Fire Emblem Heroes just started Book 2. Which is really cool. They didn't do
This is a game, not a book.
Yes, yeah. So it's essentially a whole second story of the game when it came out last year, which is really funny too because it still hasn't even been out a full year.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
It's only been about 8 months because just 2 months ago we celebrated the 6-month mark on it. So it's pretty cool. So they started Book 2 and they're enticing a bunch of new players and probably the best way I've seen an app game do this. They have a new main protagonist as well as the protagonist from the first story. But she's a 5-star hero, which for people that don't know, 5-star is like the best rating you can get for heroes. You can get this 5-star hero that's custom, brand new to the game. You can get her just by beating the first chapter of the second story. What's cool is, too, for like Jeremy and people who haven't played it, the whole first chapter of this book starts yet again at level 1. So you can get day 1.
Tell me that
earlier. I told you that now, so now you know and be surprised like everybody else. So you can start chapter 2 day 1 and be right into it, as well as play chapter 1 and all the difficulty settings for that, and keep advancing in that as well.
He's just trying to make me download it.
Exactly. I'm trying to get everybody to download this because this is the best fucking event.
Okay, all right, hang on though.
Yep.
Hang on though. If you had to get somebody to download one of the 2 apps, would you say Fire Emblem or Dokkan Battle?
Fire Emblem Heroes, hands down. I love... See, the thing is, I play Dokkan Battle infinitely more than Fire Emblem Heroes, but I would never want someone to also get into a gambling addiction. Because Fire Emblem... Here's the thing. Fire Emblem Heroes...
It's like, look, man, I shoot heroin, but I don't want you to do it,
Exactly.
Man.
Fire Emblem Heroes, I have played up until yesterday. I have played that game for 8 months completely free to play. I've put no money into the game except for this event, which is like the one time. How much money have you put in Dokkan Battle? Let's not worry about that. I mortgaged this apartment twice over if it was a functionality for how much I put in that stupid fucking app game. Love it, adore it, but they fucked me over 36,000 times. So if it actually came to legitimate recommendations, Fire Emblem Heroes. So, the reason why I'm talking about this now, because you're probably saying, yeah, Nick, cool, they just give a new character for a new chapter. Who the fuck really cares? No! They're doing another cool thing. So they're doing a banner...
Wait, there's more!
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They're doing a banner summon, which for people that don't know banners with gacha-type games, they put up a temporary time to summon for heroes. But with this banner is better than any gacha game I've ever seen ever. And trust me, I've played a lot and put a lot of money into everyone. So what's cool with this one is there's 12 heroes that are 5-star heroes that are like the best. They essentially did a greatest hits of since Fire Emblem has been out since day 1, where they put out like the best type of characters. Not every character, but definitely the best ones to be able to make a starter team. And they gave the percentage rate of being able to pull them up to 8%, which does not sound that good, but to put in perspective for Dokkan Battle, as Jeremy was just bringing up, the pull rate for any like major good hero that like I try to pull desperately for is less than 1%. It's typically 0.7%. So yeah, that's pretty low.
That's low.
And for most Fire Emblem, which I thought it was 4, it's only 3%. And then on top of that, it's usually only another 3% on top of that 3% to be able to pull the banner exclusive hero. So it's really small. Usually in layman's terms, it's really like 4% overall to be able to pull like one of those capped heroes. So this is an 8% flat rate, plus it's a 0% chance to pull any other 5-star garbage. So you're only pulling, if you're going to pull a 5-star, it's only these main ones. So like I said, I sunk a little bit of money into it. Completely worth it. It took me from like, honestly, like legitimately, from putting a little bit of money from just this banner alone, I've already caught up to whales that have been putting money into this game. Like, dumpster trucks worth of money. Like, to put in perspective, I have a team currently, if you took this banner's cost out of what the past year has been, I have essentially a $800 account based off only putting in roughly $30 into the game. You cannot ask for a better payoff there.
No, not really.
And especially for segments of the game that rely on not exactly PvP, but there is an arena where you face other teams which are solely built, you know what I mean, fucking whale accounts. And me already just within 24 hours being able to keep up with those, it's a big fucking deal. As a complete side note, I am not sponsored by any type of fucking gacha game system. Please feel free to not put any money in any of these. But I will say this, if you do want to check one out, and you don't want to put money into it, spending your money is a total fucking waste of time, which I totally understand. I would never argue with anybody about that. I literally would say check it out. Now's the time to do it. Even if you want to put absolutely no money into it, any story mission you beat, you get an orb. And every 20 orbs, you can summon a whole banner circle of 5 summons. Which is really fucking easy to do. And like I said, they give you a 5-star hero right out of the gate. So, on average, because of how many missions there are, you could probably summon up to about $60 worth of spending money. You could probably summon that within this week.
Oh, wow.
Now, the other disclaimer that I want to put, because we're recording this as of the 28th, this is only going on for 5 days. If you want to do this, if you want to summon characters on this banner, if you want to get this day 1 hero, you've got to be a part of this event within the 5 days. So for the love of fucking Christ. Like I said, even if you want to try it, and God forbid you don't get what you want, fucking uninstall it. But
so by the time you're watching this, because I'm hopefully going to upload it on the 29th, you'll have 4 days.
Yes, exactly. The timer is dwindling. Please, for the love of Christ, check it out.
Man, this is the first time-sensitive one that I have to put up tomorrow.
I know. That's, yeah.
You gotta wake myself up.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put pressure on you a little bit. But yeah, we should. I'm really. I'm thinking about this strongly. I'm thinking about doing a Nyx app segment on the podcast for it because there's always so much new information. On a side note, too, Dokkan Battle has their fucking Thank You Fest, which is fucking me over sideways. Intelligence Gogeta and Strength Janemba. I did pull Intelligence Gogeta, so I'm happy. But goddamn, there's so I could literally.
We should just find a new app for you every week.
No.
Just to play and review. You don't gotta put money into it.
No, but see, I can't.
It could be Crossy Road.
No, see, the problem is because Animal Crossing just came out. I've been playing that. It's really good, by the way. It's amazing, and the best part about it is they do offer hey, you could pay money, but totally never worth it. You can play the game 100% free.
Pokemon Go does it too, where you could spend money on it.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to, because especially for how many... No, here's where, ready? Your Pokemon is expanding. They've already hit Gen 2, and they technically went to Gen 3 a little bit, but they're going to go full Gen 3. Even if you have one of each Pokemon, you're going to have to spend money to expand the...
Eventually, yeah.
Exactly. But Animal Crossing, so far, never need to worry about expanding. Every 10 or every 5 levels you hit, you expand your inventory. So you never have to worry about maxing out your inventory. The only thing that's spending...
Game I forgot I needed to download.
The only thing that, technically messes you up spending money-wise is, sometimes when you're crafting furniture and stuff, which you do a lot in this game, as opposed to standard Animal Crossing. You craft a lot of furniture in this one.
We're making a camp this time, right?
Yeah, it's all campgrounds and stuff. That's the whole thing. So when you're but it's the same as, a house, just without walls.
Oh.
You set up furniture, you build furniture, customize your own spot, which it's really cool. I'll show you after the podcast. But
I'll just download it.
Yeah, exactly. But the one thing that's cool about it is the only money pay to win system that they have with it is just when you start building major stuff, major campsites that would take 12 hours, you could put $2 into it and then just cut it to 0, and then not have to wait. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's I could just not have to play that app game right now. And for someone like me, who's cycling between Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem Heroes, and Dokkan Battle, with all their fucking stamina systems and shit, 12 hours of a break sounds like a fucking relief to me, so I'm all for it. Yeah, so much shit. I might have to do, I'm dead ass, I might have to do a whole app, like, not even segment on the podcast, I'm going to do a whole separate fucking episode. Yeah. There's a lot of shit.
Just for 3 apps.
Yeah. And the worst part is too, I guarantee nobody's fucking playing the shit that I'm even talking about, and I'm just gonna keep doing these episodes, but we're gonna be like, oh, fuck, I'm not downloads, fuck you. Sorry. I just find it funny. That's my rant. Okay. I have another rant too, I just realized 2 more topics.
Yeah, I know you did.
Oh, God!
2 more?
Yeah. Where's it go? Well, like, here, and then rant.
Yeah,
I'm saying in between, 2 more topics, and then a rant.
Well, it's a good thing that these are both very short topics. So catch your breath.
Oh, dumb dinger about that. So anyway.
Alright, so the next thing on our list is a game that surprisingly got shut down pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. A couple days ago, there was a report that Marvel Heroes and Marvel Heroes Omega would be shut down, and that Gazillion, the studio that makes it, was going to close in 2 days.
Yep.
Today, Marvel Heroes has started its shutdown, and Gazillion has started its closure.
Yeah.
There's no date on on when they are going to be officially done and closed, but looks like the studio and the game are going to be done. Disney cut its ties with Gazillion, and I guess Disney was putting so much money into them for Marvel Heroes that Gazillion was just like, well, guess we're closing. We don't have our income anymore.
And the crazy thing about it is, too, like, players are fucking
they're furious. Because Marvel Heroes Omega just came out on the systems this summer.
Yeah.
So, like...
very quick. I mean, you and me played it, like, week 1. Yeah. And that was not long. That was, 3 months ago?
3 or 4 months ago. Yeah. It came out in the middle of summer. It was like July.
So it just came out then. They put out all the character packs that you have to buy.
Yep.
There's no... I mean, like, I'm being realistic. There's no fucking way you're earning any of those in-game. No. It takes way too fucking long.
Yeah, and if you wanted to buy anything, it was like $400 to get it all.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, if $400 to get everything, if you even want to get, like, Spider-Man and 2 other characters.
Now, the game is free, by the way.
Yes. As that disclaimer. But if you want to get Spider-Man or any other major characters, anywhere from $20 to $40 for 1 pack. Like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Give you like 2 characters.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, just them as a team, is like a $60 DLC pack. It's fucking crazy. So a bunch of people blew upwards of $100 and tons of money, and they just go, by the way, we're shut down. And then they go, well, fans go, well, if we bought it within a set time, like say I literally just bought it last week for my latest character, is there any chance of getting a refund? Yeah. And they're like, nope. You spent your money on it, and it says in the fine print that they might shut off at any reasonable time. Fans are fucking pissed. Way to go, yet again, companies on fucking over fans.
Yep.
It's real. It's like, goddamn, we're hitting like the holiday season, but Jesus Christ, so many fucking companies are fucking over people.
Here's a company that's not fucking anybody over. Square Enix has decided that they were going to make an announcement and proclaim their love for the Switch and say that they almost have gotten to the point where they want to focus more on the Switch than they do on the PS4, and they expect every one of their major IPs, which is a lot of games, because Square Enix owns a lot of companies, to show up on the Switch. That means we could get Tomb Raider on the Switch, we could get Hitman on the Switch, we could get Kingdom Hearts on the Switch.
Yep.
So there's a lot of going on. Obviously Final Fantasy.
Well, even like upcoming Dissidia.
Yeah. Or,
Who got that? Which one are you thinking of? Which one?
It's a 3DS game that they make.
Brave Frontier?
No.
No, not Brave. No. Wow, Brave Frontier. Jesus Christ, I'm doing app games. Oh my god.
Isn't Bravely Default? That's
yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was
thinking. I did Brave Frontier, and I know shit. I'm doing fucking app games again. Oh my god.
Games games from series like that, we could show up on the Switch, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for that, especially Kingdom Hearts. And Tomb Raider. I want to play Tomb Raider on the go. I think it'd be fun. Put motion controls in a Lara Croft's bow and arrow.
Yes, that would be sick.
Yeah. And be able to like take the Joy-Cons and go like that to like start a fire or something.
That would be fucking cool. Yeah. I won't argue with it. That'd be pretty legit. On a side note, just going on the Switch really quick. We didn't write it down, but I did want to bring it up because I actually just noticed it before we started. Revelations is coming out.
No, it's out.
Oh, it is out?
Yeah, it came out today.
Oh, fuck. Well, it came out. What are the reviews? Because you wrote it down.
82,
you snuck it on me.
82% on Metacritic.
So 82%. I will say the ratings for it, and people are very surprised because the motion controls play very well.
And there's a little 8-bit like retro game that's in there too. It looks awesome. It's exclusive.
I didn't know you snuck that in. You snuck in that topic on me.
No, I totally talked about that earlier.
I probably was not paying attention.
Also, I don't know if we ever mentioned this on a past podcast or not, but Rocket League's out on the Switch.
Yes. I think we did.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We talked about that it was coming out.
Yeah, well, it's out now.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing.
It's awesome.
So, going on another rant. This one isn't as ranty as more of a fan theory. This is total fan theory. Well, hold on. First, let's talk about fact.
Okay, what's the fact?
So, fact is multiple... Okay, so let's just talk about Demon Souls in general.
Okay.
Let me start
Demon Souls is a game.
Demon Souls is a game. Dark Souls, you obviously know the Souls series. Demon Souls is the one that started it all. Only on PS3.
Yep.
They have announced, pretty much in general, which is From Software, Atlas, and Namco Bandai.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah, thank you. Those three companies essentially own, one way or another, all of the online servers for Demon Souls in each region.
Yep.
So they have pretty much unified and have announced that they're shutting off the servers for Demon Souls.
Yep.
Which fucking sucks. I'm very depressed about it. For anyone, and I encourage, like, you want to talk about me talking about Fire Emblem, like, trying to get people in? I could not...
Demon Souls.
That's what I'm saying. I could not encourage more people to play. And if anything...
Hell, even I played it.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Especially for, like, people that are even debating on getting into it. The community's only building up around it now, especially because they know it's imminently shutting down. If you want to get into it, and especially if you're trying to get into it and would love help in one way, shape, or form, which I recommend everyone fucking do, get into it right now. Like, right now is the best fucking time. But, so that's a really sad news. I'm super depressed about that. But...
Here's the fan theory.
Here's the fan theory. One, I have never seen a company talk about when they've shut down servers for... Especially a company that has multiple companies that own each independent server. I've never seen them unified shut down servers like this.
Right.
Typically, when you see a game like this, Japan shuts them down first, then Europe, then America. That's almost always how it goes. It is still within a pretty close proximity of time.
Yep. But never all at once.
But by close proximity, I typically mean 6 months to a year. Yep. This is fucking all going in within 1 week, which is a big fucking deal. We also are coming up on PlayStation's whole announcement event that they do.
PlayStation Experience.
Exactly. Where they're doing that, and that's next month.
Wait for it.
Yes, they're doing that next month. They already did kind of talk about that the bigger thing this year into next year is going to be the Paris or London event, whichever one they're doing.
Oh, what, Tokyo Game Show?
No, it's not that one.
They already did Paris.
Oh, they did?
Paris already happened.
Oh, well, I guess that's what it was. They already talked about that was the big one, and to not freak out about this. And for most common gamers, they would be right. Because Last of Us 2 trailer...
I'm still excited, though, because I still feel like they're going to throw something small at us that's not small, but really big.
So, I'm glad that you brought that up. So my theory is...
We're getting Spyro!
No! We're not getting... Well, we might get Spyro.
We might get Spyro.
That might be a very big, legitimate thing that they might be on the ground. But, whatever with that. So my thought process is, because of how big the Soul series has gotten, especially since Dark Souls 3...
And Bloodborne.
Yes. And the fact that From Software, we have not heard anything from them in a while, and specifically saying that they dropped Dark Souls 3 in the sense of they closed that chapter, how fucking perfect would it be if they did an HD remaster of Demon Souls on PS4?
And Xbox One.
Well, let's stick with PS4 for right now. Just because of especially the way it's lining up for PlayStation. And that title, because the thing is, I personally, which breaks my heart, I don't see it ever coming to Xbox. Because that's actually the reason why... I don't know if you ever knew this. That's the reason why they had to make Dark Souls.
Oh, right.
Technically, Dark Souls was supposed to be Demon Souls 2.
Right.
But the fact that when they broke and had to come out on both consoles, Sony goes, no fuckers, we had a contract that we own Demon Souls. And you go, well, fuck it, we're calling it Dark Souls then. That's why they changed it. So anyway. So how perfect would it be if they dropped Demon Souls HD Remastered for like PS4 Pro, 4K... fucking updates, better online servers, all that shit, right as they're dropping off the original. I think it would be the perfect fucking send-off and best fucking announcement.
And
now
if you beat the game, there's a crazy thing at the end that gives you the demo for Bloodborne 2.
Here's me going way... Now, that's just a common thing, and probably by the time you watch this episode, if you're a fan of the Soul series, you probably already... thought about that the second they talked about that announcement. Here's where I'm going super fan theory.
Oh boy.
I think they're doing all of this now, and then putting out the sequel for Demon's Souls 2, and then that's going to be the whole thing. They're going to do this HD remake.
And then do Demon's Souls 2.
And then do Demon's Souls 2. And they're going to link it at the end of this HD remake. They're going to bait it and go, by the way, there's a whole new, not expansion, but there's a whole new segment at the end of the game once you beat it. And then once you beat it, it's going to link you into like a whole new world, or link it into one of the games or something.
Or Dark Souls or Bloodborne.
Yeah, probably more Bloodborne, because it'd be really weird if they did Souls, like Dark Souls. Because they'd be like, shit, I can play one on Xbox, but I can't play the other one. Like, but at least Bloodborne, that's always Sony, so.
So that's a thing.
Yeah. Total, right now, the only fact, just to re-clarify.
That Demon's Souls is shutting off their servers.
Yes, that is the only fact.
But, we did that thing where we think of things and then things get bigger and then we, fake things.
And just realistically, and I'm just honestly, talking out loud, I do not see From Software pulling a move, like shutting off their servers, without giving an upswing. Yeah. That is a company that has never fucked over the community, literally ever. I do not see them doing that now. You know what I mean? So, because my thought is this: they brought out this information. It is newsworthy. Souls fans do care about it, like myself. For most people, you're not even going to know it happened. But for Souls fans, it's a big fucking deal. So the fact that they kind of put this out and they're not giving any type of good news with it is alarming people. So I think they're doing that, going just wait till fucking PSX.
Yeah.
Just 1 month. We have to announce that we're officially doing it. We ditch off the servers, but holy fuck, people, give us 1 month and we will blow your fucking minds. Then you're gonna get ready. That's my thought. Whole fan theory. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep. However, real things we have to look forward to.
Yes.
There are a couple things that are releasing. They're not crazy.
Very soon.
But yeah, very
soon. I'm
soon.
a little excited.
I mean, for one of them, I'm pretty damn excited. And then the other one, I'm really friggin' excited.
I'm excited for 3. The first one, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one is the Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition, which has the DLC, which I'm excited to play the DLC.
Yes.
One of them's free, so I'm going to play it. So that's cool. Xenoblade 2 is coming out on the Switch super, super soon. That's Friday.
This
Friday. Friday. Damn, that's quick.
This Friday.
That's Friday.
Just a side note, gotta look at the, it's not out yet, but gotta look at what the special edition looks like. Holy fuck. If you're gonna get the game and we're thinking about getting the special edition, fucking get it. Order it. Pre-order it now. Holy shit. It's so fucking awesome. Sorry. Can't talk about it.
So that's a thing. Okami HD is coming out on Xbox and PlayStation, which is awesome.
$20!
And the same day is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox. And
which I know which one I'm going to play more. But see, that's no, and I mean this. I am going to love that time frame because it's going to be fucking Indie City for me, where it's going to be oh, cool, I'm playing Xenoblade. You hit me up, hey, Nicholas, fucking play some PUBG. Hop on PUBG. Oh, fuck, I'm bored of PUBG, but I don't want to get off Xbox. Okami. Fucking, I love that. I love when it's 3 games, but none of them you need. Yeah. There's not a fucking I need to beat one of them immediately.
However, you're forgetting one major point. In between there's Curse of Osiris.
Fuck. Well, listen, we don't even know how bad Bungie's fucking up right now. They could change the whole fucking game right now. We don't know what's going on. But see, and that's the thing though too. I could just do dailies in that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going fucking absolute John Hamm. And another interesting thing that they haven't talked about, we don't know if this is going to be how Destiny 1 was with their expansions. And what I mean by that is, the first 2 expansions for Destiny, like they did for Destiny 1, were kind of bullshit. They did very minor things, they gave an arena to fight in for PvP.
Well, remember, this isn't a major expansion.
Exactly, and that's my point.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see a raid. We're not... Well, see...
We might.
This is what I'm saying, though. You see what I'm getting at? Yeah. So, we don't know. That's the whole point.
We
could or we couldn't. But I'll tell you one thing right now. That's going to be the big pull. If you put a raid in this first expansion, that's what's going to pull people in. Yeah. If you just do a bunch of minor fucking extra shit, I'll play it for 3 days, hit that cap, and then never fucking touch it again until they fucking drop a raid. Because that's my whole thing. I need a real incentive to get back in. And if you're not going to give me a real... Because let's be honest, even beside the raid, once I hit level cap, I was just kind of oh, okay. Yeah, but then the raid was oh shit, I can get cool gear, I can do all this stuff.
Do some things.
Yeah, exactly. So, that'll be cool.
That's it.
That is it, everybody.
That's it. Nothing too crazy and exciting.
Yeah, exactly. This coming, like I said, this coming Friday when we record on Sunday, we'll at least be able to talk about Xenoblade, which I'll be pretty amped for. Won't be putting out a review. Oh God, I don't want to say
some point in the future.
Exactly, I don't want to say it this way, but like not anytime soon because I'm gonna need to beat the game to give a review for that one, and God, that is gonna take a long time. Like,
but I'm almost done with Lego Marvel, and we have played a little bit of Battlefront, so those reviews are coming out.
Yes, yeah, so they should be dropping soon, so be on the lookout for that. And then obviously we'll be talking about PUBG like fucking religiously. I don't know if we're dedicated a whole episode to it, but we'll definitely be doing that'll be I want to word it this way. We'll be doing so much live streaming of it and so much documentation of it that people are going to be getting enough PUBG on our channel. That's the whole thing.
We'll have an episode.
There it is. Bam. You heard it here. Done.
We'll have Granule.
There it is. Well, hold on. Whoa! Jesus Christ. We're doing too much goddamn off
We'll
the
have
cuff.
Grant back for an episode.
There it is.
Maybe Q. Maybe Zach. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I just don't want to do too many in that. Like, Jesus Christ, we're throwing too much at him, man.
We're doing one.
That's a big deal. That's a lot of planning. Look, we already got a mic. There's a lot to set up.
A mic that's in the way that hides my hand.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. That's just like...
Oh, crap. See, I can only get so far with it, then my shoulder fucks up.
The mic is absorbing it.
So anyway, guys, that is episode 31. In case you have complete fucking ADD, it is November 28th on a Tuesday.
It's weird for us.
Not a Sunday. We hope the mic quality's good. Please let us know if we're doing good improvements. If we're doing bad ones, like I said, we're trying to work on a camera. Hopefully that'll be soon.
Yep.
Jeremy.
Nick.
Beside the YouTube page, which I'll plug in 10 seconds here, we have a Facebook page.
We do have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/playerstherroundtable. You can go there. You can find stuff from us, from Two Guys One Live Stream, from the ones who watch. Who you should go watch their latest episode because they talk about things that are awesome. So you should go do that. And then Grant, whenever he decides to put stuff up, you can find his stuff.
Shots fired. Put out some content, you motherfucker. So anyway,
hey, he hasn't played Kingdom Hearts in a while, so
exactly he couldn't have. He has all the games. So anyway, guys. Talking about the YouTube channel.
Yep.
If you have not subscribed yet, we always appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button right here.
Right under his fingers.
Let us know you're interested, care, and obviously you keep checking out our stuff that we keep ranting about. As well, if you want to get all those notifications on every time we put out a video, any type of news announcement, notification bell. Yep, right there, right next to the
kind of looks like the mic.
Button. Yeah, a little bit. So you can ding that, and then you'll get all the notifications when all that stuff is happening. Like I said, we also have our Twitch channel, which is just twitch.tv/playerstherroundtable, as well as
All Around Gaming AAG.
Yes. Me and Jeremy and myself, we'll be switching between those until, like I said, goddamn, our buddies start putting out some more content as we're all goddamn unified front, motherfuckers. So anyway, which we'll be doing PUBG, so I'm kind of plugging this kind of early, so be on lookout for that for when PUBG drops.
Yeah, we'll talk about it for the next couple episodes.
Exactly. So we'll be like plugging it. Nothing's really happening in the meantime.
Important.
Exactly. It's very important, so we'll be doing it all the time. And on that note, guys, as always, good evening, good night, and as always, good luck.
Yep. See you guys.
Have a good one, guys.